Steering into the parking garage of Sterling Industries, Michael expertly slid his car into his reserved spot, the engine sighing to a halt. He glanced up at the building, the sleek steel and glass reflecting the morning sun. Sterling Industries, his name, a beacon in the New York skyline. Pride, a familiar warmth, settled in his chest. Nodding to the security guard, a man he'd seen almost daily for a decade, Michael headed for the elevator, punching the button for the top floor, his corner office. 10 years. 10 years since his revolutionary HVAC monitoring system had taken the industry by storm, seizing 80% of the market and catapulting his fledgling company into a powerhouse. Now, Sterling Industries was synonymous with cutting-edge climate control. Patented systems, control panels, measurement tools. They were everywhere. 5 years ago, to keep his best people, he'd launched profit sharing. It worked like a charm. Generous 401k matches, hefty year-end bonuses, extra payouts in boom years. His team was the best, and they knew it. His CFO had just told him the valuation hit $20 million. Venture capitalists were circling like sharks, corporations throwing out buyout offers weekly. Michael waved them all away. The satisfaction of building this, brick by brick with his team, was worth more than any check. Life felt right. Perfect, almost. His personal life mirrored his professional success. Jennifer, his wife of 14 years, had been his rock, his partner through the lean startup years. Now they enjoyed the fruits of their labor, a comfortable life in Westchester. Jennifer, a part-time marketing consultant, often worked from their home office. Statuesque, with fiery red hair, she still took his breath away, except lately. Their intimacy had cooled, a subtle shift from several times a week to barely once. Jennifer was different too. Always on her phone, texting, a new password on it, a first for them. They'd always been an open book. When he'd mentioned the distance, the secrecy, the mood shift, she'd brushed it off. Aging, she'd said. Fatigue. But she loved him, she'd reassured him. Just don't worry. Kids. They'd talked about it. He desperately wanted them. 5 months ago, Jennifer had reluctantly agreed to stop birth control. 6 months, she'd said. Her lack of enthusiasm stung, but he hoped time would change her mind. Lost in thought, Chris Walker, his VP of sales and college buddy, barged into his office. Soccer, hockey, they'd been inseparable since high school. Now, Chris reported to him, their friendship morphed into a professional brotherhood. "Mike not feeling great," Chris mumbled, voice thick. "Think it's the flu. Headed home to crash. Proposal for the convention center's HVAC is out, all set. See you tomorrow, hopefully." "Take it easy," Michael replied, watching Chris shuffle out. He started his usual office walkthrough, sales, marketing, manufacturing, connecting with his people. An hour later, energized, he was back in his office, ready to tackle a new business line. Damn it, the latest project file was on his home computer. Too annoying to drive back. He'd call Jennifer, have her email it. Home phone, voicemail. Jennifer's cell, off. Weird. She always had her phone glued to her hand during work hours. Frustrated, he decided to drive home anyway. The crisp fall air made the 20-minute drive bearable, but as he turned onto their street, his stomach lurched. Parked in their driveway, unmistakable, Chris's Lexus. A cold dread washed over him. He parked down the street, walked quietly to the house, unlocked the front door. Silence. Eerily silent. Jennifer's study, empty. Then, faint voices, muffled sounds from upstairs. A sickening feeling coiled in his gut. Heart pounding, he grabbed a carving knife from the kitchen, crept up the stairs. Outside the master bedroom, he froze, straining to hear. Jennifer's voice, unmistakable, seeping through the door. "Chris, we can't keep doing this. Mike's getting suspicious. The phone, the distance. I feel so guilty, going back to him after... But these last few months..." Her voice dropped to a whisper. "Exhilarating. One last fling before kids, right? After Denver, it's over." Denver. Her marketing conference, Chris's sales pitch in Denver. Suddenly it clicked. Pulse racing, he peeked into the room. The scene seared itself into his brain. Jennifer and Chris, tangled in their sheets, in their bed. Hands trembling, he pulled out his phone, hit record. Deliberate steps. He walked into the room. Jennifer's face contorted in horror. He yanked her off Chris by her hair, threw her onto the bed. They were frozen, pale, shock etched on their faces. "Mike, it's not what it looks like!" Jennifer choked out, desperation in her voice. Chris stammered. "Boss, this is meaningless, nothing serious." "Meaningless?" Michael roared, fury exploding. "You've reduced our marriage to this? You call betraying me in our bed meaningless?" He spun on Chris. "Don't move." He dialed Jamie, Chris's wife. She answered. "Jamie?" Michael's voice was ice. "I'm sending you a video. Chris, in bed, with my wife. Sorry, but you deserve to know." He hung up, glared at Chris. "Jamie says don't bother coming home." Suffocating silence. His perfect life, shattered. "This isn't the first time, is it?" Michael's voice was low, dangerous. "You've abandoned commitments before. Your kids, your values, now this. Betraying a friend, your boss, destroying 2 marriages. He struggled to breathe, the enormity of it crushing him. One chance, Chris. Salvage a shred of dignity. Tell me, when did this start? How many times? Jennifer's face was a mask of tears. "Please, Mike," she begged, voice trembling. "Don't make us do this now. It's over. It was meaningless. It stops here. Don't destroy everything we have." Sobs racked her body. Chris stepped forward, unsteady. "Mike, don't let this end our friendship, or my job. Jennifer and I... reckless. Physical. Not love. She means nothing. I mean nothing. Foolishness. Plain and simple. 4 times. He hesitated, swallowed hard. "First time, Denver. Separate conferences. But I knew she'd be there. Company barbecue, she mentioned it. Got her number, dinner. 1 drink, then more. Sparks. Both nights in my hotel." A month later, Chris continued, gaze flickering to Jennifer, who was shaking violently. "Jennifer called. You were out of town, construction site visit. Invited me over. Happened here. 3 weeks after that, Hilton. Lunch meeting pretext. Today, she asked me to pretend sick. Come over. Denver conference next month, supposed to be the end. 3 nights, then done. Focus on our marriages. We knew it was wrong, Mike. Guilt. Jennifer even said she'd stop birth control for the family you want. End of this. Truly sorry." Jennifer's voice, a whisper, cut through the tension. "Mike, I got lost in the secrets. Not about you. Always loved you. Only you. Family, future, with you. This with Chris. Nothing compared to us. Please, one mistake. Don't destroy us." "Mistake?" Michael snapped, anger flaring. "You call this a mistake? Do you know who I am? You think letting another man touch you means nothing? Overlook lies, betrayal? Trust you again? Love? Connection? Hollow intimacy, coldness. Months. Makes sense now. Absent for months. His voice rose, sharp, unrelenting. Mistake is a drunken night. Not hotels. Our bed. What's wrong with you? With Jennifer's face shifted, realization dawning. The illusion of harmlessness, of returning to normal, shattered. Tears streamed down her face. I lied to myself. Thought you'd forgive me. Moved past it. Convinced myself. Better wife. Now, damage. Man I love. How fix this? Make it right? He pulled out his phone, played the recording. Her gasps, moans, shameless words with Chris. Her face crumpled. How could you? He asked, voice raw. Saying those things in our bed? Destroyed me. He turned to Chris, cold stare. You're fired. Don't come back tomorrow. Leave my house. Chris scrambled, grabbing his things, fled. Jennifer moved to follow. Michael barked. Stay. You don't deserve to move. She froze, anguish contorting her face. He grabbed his keys, wallet, stormed out, didn't look back. Jennifer collapsed, sobbing uncontrollably. Desperation clawed at her. Space. She'd give him space. He'd come back, calmer, talk. She washed her face, braced herself for the inevitable. Mike? She called, voice breaking into the silent house. Spare room. Time. Until you're ready. Deafening silence, turning to the master bedroom, drawers open, empty. Suitcases gone. Breath caught. Knife embedded in her pillow. Dread washed over her. He was gone. She retreated to the spare room, curled into a ball, fresh sobs overtaking her. Michael spent the night on his office couch, restless, consumed by anguish. Morning. Chris, deluded, showed up at work. Security escorted him out. Access revoked. HR notified. Michael sat alone, staring into the void. Marriage, beyond repair. Love for Jennifer, yes, but trust, shattered, connection, severed. No foundation. Pride, anger, betrayal. Labels didn't matter. Disrespect, profound. Jennifer could never feel the love, connection he needed. Kids, family, meaningless now. Over. Resolute. Michael called his CFO. 4 intense hours, company valuation, future steps. CFO stunned by the betrayal. Urged caution, time to settle emotions. Michael unwavering. Jennifer woke, sleep haze lifting, crushing clarity. What had she done? Fleeting, meaningless encounter jeopardized everything, marriage to the only man she'd ever loved. What is wrong with me? She whispered. Fix it, rebuild. Luke's love strong enough, overcome this. Space, she'd promised, but she had to call. Voicemail, heartfelt, desperate message. Luke, so sorry. I love you more than anything. Ashamed. But we can get through this. Please, talk to me. Anything to make it right. No response. Next day, silence. Day after, office call. Brenda, his assistant, answered. Curt tone, Luke unavailable, instructed no personal calls. Jennifer assumed more time. Brenda's tone, finality. News came through Chris. Fired, wife threw him out, parents' basement. Meet, appeal to Luke? Jennifer dismissed him. Fury, blamed him for everything. Deep down, fault wasn't his alone. Reflection. Enormity of risk for something so trivial. Week of silence. Patience snapped. Called again. Disconnected number. Office. Same response. Unavailable. Stop contacting. Rejection. Drastic measures. Mutual friends. Where was Luke? What was he thinking? Silence. Cold detachment. Affair. Confided. Reactions. Amplified shame. Despair. Final attempt. Luke's parents. Hung up. Tried again. Unanswered. Determined Sterling Industries. Lobby security let her in. Brenda met her, unimpressed. Tears pleaded to see him. Conversation he owed her. Brenda, icy. Respect. Same respect you showed him in your marriage. Luke doesn't work here anymore. Sold the company, left town, instructed us, no whereabouts, leave, or security. Staggered. Home. Sold the company? Left town? Man she knew? Heartfelt email. Deactivated accounts. Parents. Blocked her number. Exhausted, defeated, spare bedroom, collapsed, grief. Weeks. Fog of isolation. Sorrow. Closure. Private investigator. Report confirmed fears. Sold company, 20 million. Closed joint accounts. Cancelled credit cards. Liquidated possessions. Mortgage paid, house transferred to her. Fortune overseas, out of reach. Settlement, accepted without argument. Deserved nothing. No dispute. Aftermath, excruciating. Video, damning testament. Friends, family. Humiliation, immense. Pain to Luke, far outweighed hers. Video, no reconciliation. Shame, heavy weight. Therapy, parents urging. Grief, depression. Rebuild life. Despair, shadow, everything. Dating, futile. Lingering thoughts, unresolved pain, impenetrable barrier. Strained, unnatural. Casual relationships, fleeting solace, degraded, empty. Reminder of loss, abandoned endeavors. Luke left. Wedding album gone. Handful of photos. Memories blurred. Face, voice, essence. Faded. Each day, more of him gone. Faint echo. Courier, manila envelope. Luke's handwriting. Heart raced. Wedding ring. Documents. Photograph. Shredded strips. Pieced together. Wedding portrait. Uncontrollable sobs. Remaining contents. Letter. Unyielding words. Becky, you believed we could move past your affair. Just a mistake. For me, much more. Shattered trust. Never loved me deeply. Unforgivable. Couldn't trust again. Intimacy. Betrayal. Minimized it. Not significant. Enclosed video. Permanent reminder. Damage done. Words, actions, haunt me. Friends, family. No accountability. Confirms my decision. Goodbye. Video, altered message, those who need to understand. Weight of betrayal. Reconciliation impossible. Wounded deeply, utterly broken. Vengeance, no pride, no other course. Remove myself, no contact, no return. Home, town, state. Doubt, understand why. Not enough? Void within? Hope you find truth before someone else. Memory of pain lingers. Never inflict harm again. Maybe, one day, move past searing pain, humiliation, disrespect. Maybe remember early days, love existed. Maybe hatred dissolves. If I become man, I aspire to be maybe forgiveness, understanding, but you won't be there. Maybe you no longer care. Maybe never did. Uncertainty, another burden. Goodbye. Final documents. Divorce. Dissolution. Tears blurred page. Collapsed onto floor. Despair. 5 years. Luke disappeared. No contact, no calls, letters, sightings, news. Divorce generous. $1 million, house, joint property. Long-term support, lawyer advised against. Fortune overseas, out of reach. Settlement accepted. Deserved nothing. Aftermath. Excruciating. Video seen by everyone. Humiliation immense. Pain to Luke far outweighed hers. Video. No reconciliation possible. Shame, heavy weight, therapy, grief, depression. Rebuild life. Despair, shadow. Dating, failed. Unresolved pain, barrier. Casual, empty, abandoned. Luke took wedding album. Few photos left. Memories blurred. Face, voice, essence faded. Each day, more gone. Faint echo.